Today, I'm going to show you how to travel Qatar. I want to show you the side of Qatar that just doesn't get the coverage that it deserves. By the end of this video, you'll hopefully have an understanding of why Qatar might just be your next destination. And what makes this trip very special is today I have been reunited with one of my best friends. Welcome to Qatar. This right here is the Desert Rose, or the Qatar National Museum. And as you can see, it's one of the most unique buildings on our planet. It's made up of these compressed looking discs, and true to its name, it's meant to resemble the Desert Rose. And so the same French designer that created the Louvre was commissioned to come and design this, and this is probably one of my favorite buildings on the planet. With the incredibly hot climates, it's super important to work with the wind. Not only is it cool in here, but it's also cool. You see what I did there? No, Max, don't go to the light. No. Now, Qatar is one of the richest countries of our planet, having the largest oil reserve of any other country, and with such a small population, only 350,000 locals, it has one of the highest GDPs per capita. As you know, we started the video here, and yes, this is not a hidden gem, but in a city like Doha, this is one of the iconic places to come and visit. But what's going on the inside is also very interesting. So just inside of the museum is Jiwan. Laid out in front of us here is a very beautiful traditional Qatari meal. Now this restaurant's actually connected to the National Museum, so we're literally on the 4th floor. We can see downtown Doha and its beautiful skyline. Here, Max, here's the lamb shank.
Thank you very much.
I hope it's not bad. Sorry, my jokes are pretty lamb. I almost stopped, but you're still going. Yeah, I got nothing. So heading out from the museum into an Uber, and one thing I'll say is, surprisingly, Qatar is very, very quiet around midday, and there's not really much of a crowd. And I have to say, it's kind of a nice thing to have the whole place to ourselves. Wow, we've been dropped off in another planet. This here is the souk.
It's like real life Tatooine from
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
You really feel like you're being brought back into hundreds and hundreds of years ago in the Middle East. This is Souk Waqif, and the literal translation means standing market. Apparently when there'd be flash floods, people would quite literally hold their merchandise, things they were selling, and sell it standing. How often did it get flash floods? A couple times a year. Apparently they named it after something that happens twice a year. Guess I'm gonna name myself Flossing Teeth. Max, how you feeling in this kind of heat?
Holy smokes there, bud. Man's gonna get a tan.
That's a good kitty. Do you know what species this is?
What species is it?
It's a Qatar. The funny thing is, the old town is actually right across the street from the new town. This is modern. It's like the high-end area where a lot of the locals will come, especially in the evening as it cools down. There's coffee shops everywhere.
My name is Sultan Al Madid. I'm very happy to welcome you here.
Thank you very much. This is my first time to Qatar. Normally I go to the airport, I transit and I leave, but today I decided to come in.
I think the whole world needs to discover this. The World Cup was just a 1 point.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to meet you.
If you could give me like one local recommendation, a spot to eat, to drink, to do something, where would you go?
I like the Qatari restaurant called Sasana, which is actually here in Musharraf.
That's where we're going. So funny, because I was literally saying to Max, like, our goal is to, of course, experience some of the more common sides of Qatar, but also to see the local side. And out of nowhere, I'm vlogging and he just comes up and he says, welcome to Qatar. And then we just get talking and talking, and next thing I know, he's like, I have a meeting right now, but afterwards, like, let's hang out. So no expectations, but we'll see where that leads to. That's the first on-camera thing I've captured, but there's been a few people like that who have just been genuinely interested in seeing me here. I think we're in the right place. We're doing it right so far. Ooh, I love that coffee shop.
I seriously feel like we're in the future. Everything here feels like it's like 10 years ahead.
And it's not just a concept. So, One of the things that has blown me away about this city is just how orderly it is. You see, you're in like a downtown district and there's virtually no cars. There's no traffic. It's just peace, quiet, beautiful walking streets. If you're wondering how they make the downtown core so beautiful, it's because of what's beneath us. All of the trash disposal, all the services, the big pickup trucks that come to get the trash. So there's a series of tunnels underground that allow the disorderly aspects of running a big city with a lot of people to happen beneath. It's pretty amazing. So I got a little soft spot for technology and innovation, and what's right on top of me is something I've never seen done before. Above me is a retractable roof that actually shapes, it flattens, it opens up, all based on keeping this space cool. But what's fascinating is if you come over here, this right here is all opened up because there are air conditioning units all throughout this courtyard, and they keep an outside space as large as this cool in the summer, which is absolutely mind-blowing. City of the future, I guess. I've spent a lot of time in Dubai. In fact, I have a home there. But one of the things that Dubai seriously lacks is a walkability aspect. When you're in Dubai, everything is connected by cars. There's really no other way to it. But the sheer fact that this entire downtown core is full of walking streets, it's like a beautiful little utopian society. It's like, you know when you see the pamphlet for like the city people dream of building? Well, turns out it's already been built. It's kind of here. Perhaps someday I'll come back and try living in Doha. It's very beautiful, and I see where the appeal is, especially for a family-friendly destination. We were recommended to come eat at Sasna, so we got to try it out.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is truly a Bedouin specialty right here. So how do you say this?
Lahm Bedouin.
Lahem Bedouin. It just basically means Bedouin meat. When you get a local's recommendation, you take it. Let's try it out. Wow, that's really good. The sun has set and a new side of Doha emerges. We're actually headed back across the street into Old Town to go and see what it becomes after dark. So this is the Falcon Market. Oh my God. Can I come in?
Yeah.
Hi guys.
Those are some big pigeons.
Wow.
Look at all those chickens.
They weren't playing when they called this the Falcon Market. There are like a dozen falcons all hooded up right now. So in this region of the world, this is one of the national treasures, the falcon. It's a symbol of strength, a symbol of freedom, and for those that have the money, it's also a pet. Wealthy families will often have trainers that will come in and basically train and keep these falcons fit and happy. And if you're wondering how much it costs to take one of these bad boys home, you're looking between 5,000 to 10,000 Qatari riyals. But if you get an offspring of a champion falcon, it's gonna cost you a lot more. I've heard of them going up to the price of supercars. So I've just met Fahed Aweri.
Fahad Al-Raweli.
Yeah,
It's okay.
thank you. And this is his falcon. What's the falcon's name?
Shawash.
Shawash. So do you train it?
Yes.
Wow. Where did you learn to train?
Yeah, I was a kid.
Since you were a kid, you were raising and training falcons.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. It's a pleasure. Yeah, thank you. In the Western world, as you start aging, a lot of us ask for a dog. Our first moments of responsibility and maturity in our lives. Here in Qatar, some of them are going for a falcon, especially if they're from a Bedouin family. Like the young fine man we just met, whose name I will not reattempt. Check this out. And where does it bring you? To the Falcon Hospital. This hospital is nicer than most of Bali's hospitals for humans. Right next to the falcons, there's a bunch of horses, and right across the street, that's the palace. Basically, it's a massive parliament building. Normally you go to a stable, it's private property. Here, I'm right off one of the main roads. There is a gate here with no lock. There are stallions in there with no lock. That goes to show the level of safety here in this country. The kind of feeling of like you can leave your wallet, your phone on the table, go to the bathroom and come back and it'll still be there. You don't get that in many places. Look at that, guys. You just walk into a stable. Might I add, one of the most clean cities I think I've been to. We're in a stable right now and it looks like better kept than my house.
It smells better than your house.
Yeah, that was uncalled for, bro. Do you want to be in my video? Do you want to be in my video?
Photo with you.
Oh, I'd love to. Can I get a photo with you?
Okay.
All right, deal. Trade. We trade. All right. All right, sweet. Where are you from?
Syria.
Syria. Oh, nice. Yes.
Very like.
Hit the like button.
400 like.
400. If we get to 400 likes, we're flying Majed
I will come again
to the next trip. He's gonna come with us on an adventure. All right.
54K likes.
54. That's what I'm talking about. He's got big dreams.
54K likes.
Yeah. If we hit 54K likes, they're both coming on the next trip.
You follow me and I will follow you.
Yeah. We'll keep in touch, man.
Okay.
All right. Hey, cheers. I like how he's like 400 likes. The other kid's like, nah. 54,000 likes. We got a journey ahead of us for that one. I've been to a lot of souks now as I've traveled through the Middle East, and this is definitely one of the more modern and clean ones, and it's a lot bigger than I would have expected. Now, while the souk is far from a hidden gem, my goal is to find the hidden gems within the souk. It's basically a labyrinth with tons of alleyways and amazing things to be discovered. So I want to share with you maybe some less conventional things that you'll find here. Starting right here. Nice to meet you. So Ali is showing us how to play dama. And dama is kind of like a form of checkers meets chess, but it's very popular in Turkey, the GCC, so reaching all the way here to Qatar. And today we're getting a little lesson on how it works.
Tonight, 2 champions, 1 game.
Take it easy on me.
Fight!
Quiche. Oh no, not the quiche. Quiche. I will say victory would feel a lot better if he didn't give it to me, but I'll take it. My first win. I just asked, like, how does a place like this monetize? Because we just played a game, there was no cost. This is basically a donated space by some of the wealthy families here in Qatar. They made it open to anyone to be able to come through, socialize, hang out. You don't see that anywhere else in the world. I just won my first game of Dama. I think Ali gave me the win, but I'll take it.
Who gonna play with now?
I'm up for a game.
You are so kind to give me 3, 1, 2, 3, and go 3.
Oh no, I'm against the Grandmaster. And, like all good soldiers, going down with the ship.
Appreciate it. Exactly, sir. Good journey.
I'm leaving a changed man. I've been humbled. This is how the souk comes to life when the sun has set. This is one of the main walking strips, and you know, this whole area is a real sense of what Qatari life is like. The Arab people typically go into a siesta during the day, but when the sun has set, the temperature comes down, this whole city really comes to life, and this is one of the areas where they go for food, shopping, time with family, and that's one thing that I've really come to see a lot of through my travels in the GCC or the surrounding Arabic nations. They really take family time seriously. I think it's a missing value in the Western world, and it's something that's really incredible to see still going on in such a big way here. Wow. Wow. Oh. Okay. Kind of slaps. What we just experienced, the guy with the juice, well, back in the day, that would have been somebody selling water. Today it's this very sweet, sweet tamarind juice. There's a lot of things that get me excited about the Middle East. 1 is dates, 2 is dates. I love dates. Hey bro, thank you. On the house apparently. That is so kind. They've invited us to come back sometime to try their Georgian cuisine, but tonight we're actually going for dinner. So here we are. We have rekindled with Sultan. And where are we right now?
We are in the Dates and Honey exhibition.
Goat
Is this like the secret package?
date inside skin for the goat.
That's goat skin.
Yeah.
Is it to keep it moist?
Yes.
Oh.
Try it.
No, that's not tasty. That's like candy. The moistest date I think I've ever had. This is like the secret stash. Sultan knows where to find the best dates.
Very traditional.
Yeah?
The older it gets, the more expensive, you know, the more unique.
Now, I just came from eating dates pretty much every morning in Saudi Arabia, but I have not had one that was that sweet, that delicious. you should know about Qatar is that it's very tiny. You can pretty much drive end to end in 1 hour, and we've done just that. We drove 1 hour this morning to the mangroves, and today we're taking out a kayak. We're gonna go explore the turquoise side of the desert, and I just had the most random start to my day. Okay, so this is super random. When I get stopped here by Nabila, and Nabila's like, I'm in LCA. The world is so small sometimes.
Truly, I can't believe it. Yeah, I didn't think I would find you somewhere outside of maybe Bali.
That's awesome. So we're going kayaking. Let's go. We're a little bit overloaded on this kayak. Please don't tip. Got a lot of camera gear and a lot of salty water.
Hey Eddie, say hi to YouTube.
So in the blue boat with our guide Eddie is the driver. He just came along. Our Uber literally just hopped in one of the kayaks with us and nobody said anything about it, and I think that's our favorite part of the day. There's all these birds cuckooing and cacaing and brahaing. It's quite a sight, or I should say quite a sound. Eddie, can you tell them to subscribe?
Okay, no problem. But I don't have enough information. I don't have enough details about.
After 30 minutes going upstream, coming down just feels so good. We're literally on cruise control. We're all living our best life right now. Great job. All right guys, the sun is setting. If we're gonna catch this one, we're gonna have to shook run. All right. So this is what makes Qatar so unique. If you get an aerial perspective of this city of Doha, you'll see that it's actually made of several man-made beaches with literally perfect white sand. And like so much of the city, it continues to blow me away. The skyscrapers, the beaches, the energy, and the people. Now Doha is not just another Dubai. Dubai is a place that has, for some, far too much energy. Doha has a totally different atmosphere to it. It's more laid back, and for so many, that's what's going to make Doha actually a better choice. But hey, Max and I are not family travelers. We got something to amp up the energy a little bit. What's up, man? Is this my whip?
Yeah.
All right.
Have fun. Right. Rest everybody. Yeah.
That was one of the most absurd things that's ever happened to me. I was ripping it in a circle just over there, and I had seen one fish jump out. Well, it turns out there's a bunch, and a second one jumped out and nailed me right in the jugular. We have evidence. Boom. That was a great evening, but it's not done yet. Let me show you what one of the locals told us we need to check out. So right next to the jet skis is Monkey Tail. Little tiny restaurant, bar, shisha area right by the water. I can tell you right now, I didn't wake up thinking this would happen, but right now I am wearing a top, which is a local style of clothing here in Qatar, and I'm getting a tour of a majlis. Now, majlis is for families to basically have a space to greet visitors, and Sultan has so kindly welcomed me into the majlis, into his home. We're just hanging out, drinking tea, coffee.
So very happy that you are here with us.
It's day 3 here, and with that, we're starting our morning with an amazing workout. And just the other day, I actually reached out to people in my audience and I said, hey, who here lives in Doha? I'd love to see it through a local's perspective. And one of the people that responded is this guy right here.
Hello guys.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
So Jorge, what do you do?
I'm CrossFit coach and personal trainer here in Doha for like about 7 years now.
So you're gonna make us suffer a little?
Yeah, a little bit.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
After a quick lift, I have freshened up here in my top. Now I've got something absolutely incredible to wear. This is our guide here. He's gonna be taking us deep into the desert. So you remember how I said Qatar had the highest GDP per capita? Well, they didn't make their money by selling dates and honey. And as we're driving away from Doha into the desert, we're actually passing by some of those things that make the money printer go. We're passing through the oil refineries. You can see massive equipment, machinery, so much of what has blessed this small little country. But most of all, what you can see now is beautiful, empty desert.
There's so many ATVs you can't even see the end.
Are you mad, Max? See what I did there? This is not how most of my desert excursions start, I gotta say. I'm intrigued.
I don't trust this guy driving.
Yalla habibi, welcome to Qatar. Yalla yalla.
That was a close one there, bud.
Oh,
Gee whiz.
I thought I was driving hard. I've seen half of these little Qatari kids, 7 and 8 years old, and they're like drifting into each other, like spraying sand at each other. Absolutely mad. Right now with Ali, we are doing a little bit of dune bashing in his vehicle. And look, I had some fun on the dunes. This guy really knows what he's doing though. Oh my God, look at this dune. You're drifting this car like crazy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Max is looking down a cliff. Are we supposed to be up here? Oh. Oh my God. And that is the beauty of Qatar. For the modern Bedouins out there, this here is a hotel just outside of the dunes we were just bashing through. We're here for a little dinner, here for a little shisha, and the end of a beautiful day. This is a vibe. I love these Arabic style sofas. They're so simple and so comfy. And good morning. Starting another day with yet another gem here of Qatar, and that's the airport. It's absolutely one of the most efficient and beautiful airports of the planet. For years I've come through this airport and always wondered what was on the other side, but now I know. And one of the other things that makes Qatar actually so easy to travel is the visa on arrival. If you're within one of the 95 countries that have visa on arrival here with Qatar, it makes traveling here so streamlined. My conclusion on this destination is it's not what I expected. I was expecting this to be a quieter Dubai. But the truth is, Qatar is not trying to be a Dubai, it's Qatar. It's a totally separate destination, and there is so much beauty in the city. It's developed, it's gorgeous, but I think what really made Qatar stand out for me was the people. It still has the local energy, and it has locals that have the time and energy to share their way of life with you. This was truly a unique trip, and I couldn't have been more happy to have shared it with Max. Let's get lost again in the last one.